Discounting here does not mean the discount received when you buy something. That is a different thing. Here, the discounting is the reverse process of compounding. In other words, discounting is the process of determining the present value of a payment receivable in future. I repeat it. Discounting is the process of determining the present value of a payment receivable in future. You already know that this is the formula for compounding, where P, the present value, is known and we have to find A, that is, the future value. But in discounting, future value A is known and we have to find the present value P. But in discounting, future value A is known and we have to find the present value P. Let us rearrange the formula to determine P. Then let 1 over 1 plus R divided by 100 to the power n to be the discounting factor, denoted by DCF. Then, P is equal to A times discounting factor. Let us take one example. Here the company wants to invest 180,000 rupees now on an equipment. The company knows that future returns from the equipment over the next 4 years. Now, the company is willing to know whether the investment is profitable or not. We can see that the total income received from the equipment over the next 4 years is 200,000 rupees. The investment is 180,000 rupees. So, just by looking at the figures, one can say that the investment is worth. But it is not like that. We cannot determine it in that way. Because 180,000 rupees we are spending now, but we receive the income in later years. Therefore, we need to determine whether the present values of those future incomes are greater than or less than 180,000. If the total present values is greater than 180,000, we can conclude that the investment is profitable. That means you are spending 180,000 rupees now, and you receive more than 180,000 rupees now. So, it is profitable. In order to determine the present values, we should know the discounting rate. The company can determine it as a policy. For example, if you receive 10% by depositing the money in bank, you can consider the same percentage as the discounting rate. So, for this particular example, let us consider the discounting rate is 10%. Consider the present as year 0. Then at year 0 we spend 180,000 rupees. In these types of questions we assume that all payments or incomes occur at the end of the year. We are required to find the present values of all future incomes. Let us now consider the problem with 10% discounting rate. We will be using the formula we discussed to find the present values. It will be easy if the discounting factors for each year are found beforehand as shown in the slide. We can then fill the following table. We have already found their discounting factors in the previous slide. Try to do it by yourselves and compare the figures. According to the results shown in the table, now we can see that the present value of the incomes received during the next 4 years is 161,310 rupees, which is less than 180,000. The simple meaning is, you spend 180,000 rupees now and you receive 161,310 rupees now. So there is a loss, and hence, the investment is not worth. This is one use of discounting. That is, the process of determining the present value of a payment receivable in future.